now, but this will still be a wonderful way to take a midday break, a morning stretch, even an evening practice if that works for you. So we will do questions after our session today. We'll save all the questions for after. If you have any yoga related questions, um, any comments, say hi. We hang out for a while usually, so stick around until the end. My husband David will be on the other end, manning the chat room. So again, feel free to post those questions in there, and we'll take care of them all after class. So, and this live stream will be up on YouTube afterwards, and it will also be up on our streaming site at happyyogaondemand.com, where we have hundreds of other videos, chair yoga, mat-based practices, breathing practices, and just things for everyone. So, yeah. So anyway, so let's go ahead and begin. Let's start by focusing on finding our posture, sitting a little more forward on your chair so your feet are flat on the ground. Then once you get there, find your knees over your feet. So usually feet are hip width apart or maybe slightly wider, whatever feels stable. So you want to just feel nice and steady in your chair. And then from here, we'll have our shoulders over our hips. So you're sitting nice and try not to lean back if you're in a comfy chair. So that's why it's a little easier to come a little more forward on your chair. And then our ears are over our shoulders, feeling the neck nice and long. So just imagine, a string pulling all the way up through the crown of the head, straight up. Good. And we find our posture, and then we focus on our breath for a moment before we begin. So bring your hands over your belly. Start to feel your breath slow down into the belly. So with an inhale, feel your navel move away from your spine. And then on the exhale, feel the navel slowly draw back towards your spine. Inhaling, feeling the breath widen here, the rib cage. So imagine your rib cage opening up like an umbrella. And then exhaling, closing. Inhaling, opening all the way around. Exhale, breathing out. A nice, slow, steady breaths. Breathing in and out through your nose if you can today. And just where in the beginning here, notice where you might be feeling any tension. Might be your shoulders, where they're shrugged up to your ears and you don't even realize it. So take those down and back. Maybe it's your jaw. Maybe it's your jaw. Maybe you feel tension in your belly. Just breathing in that sense of ease. Practicing slowing things down. Practicing breathing in that calm, peaceful energy. And breathing out any tension, any strain, any fatigue. Letting it go. Good. So then we'll begin with some gentle movement, bringing your hands to your legs for a little cat-cow stretch. So with an inhale, we gently lift the heart up, drawing the shoulders down, maybe even look up. And then on the exhale, we press into the hands, round the spine, look in towards your navel. Inhale, lift through the front body, opening through your breathing space. Exhale, we round, stretching through the back body, sending the point between your shoulder blades back. Inhaling, lift and open. Exhale, round. Just waking up the spine. Syncing your breath up with your movement. Inhaling and exhaling. One more. Inhale, lift and open, drawing your shoulders down. Exhale, round, looking in towards your navel. And then come back to center. And just notice how your body feels already, just by slowing things down. So from here, with your hands to your thighs, adding some gentle torso circles. So it's the inhale, we circle forward and around, and then exhale, we round back, stretching the point between the shoulder blades back. Inhale, circle forward, making this as big or small as comfortable. Exhale back. So keep your feet grounded as you move from your torso. Inhaling forward, exhaling back. And then let's switch directions. Coming around the other way. Inhale forward and around. Exhale back. And just make it as, like I said, as big or as small as you'd like. Gradually increasing your range of motion here. And then pausing, we'll come back to center. So when we say come back to center, it's to that beginning place where we find our posture, feel your feet grounded, feeling your neck nice and long. Good. So from here, inhale, reach your arms overhead or as high as you comfortably can. Exhale, bring your hands to prayer, coming to center. Let's do a few of those. Inhale, reach overhead. Oops, so I have that smaller range of motion here. Exhale, come back to center. You can sweep your arms big. Right now, if I do, I bump into my shelves there. So we just make it as big as you like. Exhale, center. One more. Inhale, stretch and reach. Exhale, come back to center. Pausing here with your elbows high or elbows lifted, palms pressing. Go ahead and gently rotate your fingertips in towards your chest. Try to keep the bases of your hands together, feeling a gentle stretch through your hands. And then come back to upright and then point forward. Keep the bases of the hands together if you can with your elbows lifting. And then come back up top. We'll go ahead and point in once again. Come back up, point forward. And then back up. We'll gently glide from right to left. So again, keeping your elbows slightly lifting, gently press to the right, or it doesn't matter which way you start, go right and left. As you do this, try to keep the base of the hands together. You feel a gentle stretch again through the wrists, hands, forearms, fingers. One more time. To one side, we come back to center and release. Notice how your wrists and hands feel. Maybe just kind of add a little wrist rotation. Spread your fingers out. Good. And then make a light fist and open. Light fist, open. Good. And then we come back to center. From here, we'll go ahead and with our hands to the chair, we'll add an alternate stretch from right to left. So you'll reach one arm up and over, nice and big, keeping the top shoulder open to the sky, and then switch over to the other side. Inhale, exhale, stretch over, inhale up, exhale, stretch over, inhale, switch, exhale, adding that lateral stretch, still just keep your core lightly engaged as you from right to left. And make this as big or small as comfortable. Once again, taking deep, slow breaths into that torso area. Opening up the rib cage, opening up your breath. Waking up your spine. One more time on each side. Up and over. And then we come back to center. Good. And then adding another lateral stretch variation, we'll reach one hand across the body. Extend, lengthen to the sky. Inhale here. And exhale, stretch up and over. So as you do this, try to keep the weight even in your hips. Lifting up and out of both sides of your waist. Taking a few slow, deep breaths here. And then return to upright. We're going to add a twist. So inhale, we lengthen. Exhale, rotate it in the direction of placing that opposite hand behind you. Inhale here. We re-lengthen. Exhale, twist. So feel your shoulders stay relaxed. Try to allow this move to come from your torso. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Good, and then unwind, and we come back to center. So repeating on opposite side, reach opposite hand across. So we got to do the other side. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, stretch up and over. And again, taking a few slow, deep breaths here. Reaching through your fingertips, your thumb is pointing back. Waking up the spine. And practicing these lateral stretches help with your balance as well. Helping to keep that lateral core strength. One more deep breath in. Breath out. And we slowly come up, back to upright, and then adding a twist. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, rotate in the opposite direction, placing that hand behind you. Inhale, feel your spine long. Exhale, gently twist. Rotating from your navel, ribs, and then chest. Try to keep your shoulders relaxed. If you can keep your hips facing forward and allowing the twist to come from the torso. Giving your spine a nice, gentle massage. Good. And then slowly come back to center. Ooh, notice how your body feels. So let's go ahead and roll it out. So with your shoulders. So lift up, back, down, and around. Inhale, we lift like a little bit more, almost forward, up, back, and around. Inhale, lift. Exhale, circle back. Again, you can do this at your own pace, wrapping it around your breath. Inhaling and exhaling. Just rolling it out, making it as big as you can. Notice with every exhale, your body relaxing just a little bit more. And then just pausing here at center. Good. So from here, we're going to take the feet wide, a little wider. Good. And then we'll slowly add a little forward bend. So keeping your spine nice and long, your feet grounded, your legs strong and stable here. We'll start to lengthen the torso forward. Keeping your spine long, you're hinging forward rather than rounding forward here. Hinge forward. And then let's just pause with our forearms to our thighs if we can, or you can stay upright here. Feeling a little stretch through your low back. You can have forearms to thighs, or if you'd like, you can start to glide your hands down your legs, folding forward. So anywhere along the way, once you're here, whether you're more upright or forearms to thighs, take a few deep breaths. And then take your time, slowly come up, and just notice how you feel. So So from here, hands to your thighs, adding a little diagonal, fingertips pointing inward. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, draw the opposite shoulder towards your knee. Inhale at the top. Exhale. Repeat on the opposite side. So we'll go from right to left. Inhaling, center. Exhaling, gently twist. So this is a great stretch for your chest, your shoulders, right between the shoulder blades, the low back, even your legs here. And then we'll come back to center and go ahead and step your feet back to center. Good. So now from here, we're going to come into a gentle hip opener. Well, it'll be a few things together. So first, we're just going to rotate. I'm going to turn to the right. So rotating on the side of your chair, sitting sideways. There we go. So then reach your arms overhead, take a deep breath in. And then on the exhale, we turn towards the back of the chair. Keep your hips facing forward or to the side here and rotate from your waist. And reach to the back of the chair for a twist. Take a slow, deep breath in and slow, deep breath out. Keep going. Let that. And then unwind. Keep your legs where they are. For now, keep the closer inward thigh to the chair and step the back of the outside foot back into a lunge position. All right, so here we want the front knee over the front ankle and your back heel raised. You're on your back toes. And then just see if you lengthen your tailbone towards the earth and you get a little stretch through the front of your hip flexor here and quadricep. Good, so holding it here. Inhaling and exhaling. And then we'll add a lateral stretch on this side. Reach the outside arm up overhead. Inhale. So we're holding on to the chair with this back hand here. Lengthen, exhale, stretch up and over. So now we feel that stretch all the way through the side body, all the way down into the hip and the quadricep. Keep thinning your tailbone towards the earth, lightly lifting your lower belly. Good, and then come back up and slowly release, and we'll repeat this on the opposite side. All right. Walk your feet over to the other side of your chair, and we'll add a little twist. Make sure I'm still in camera here. All right. So here we go. Inhale, reach your arms overhead, and then we'll gently rotate towards the back of the chair, adding a twist. Keeping your shoulders relaxed. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale. Using the clasp of the chair, you can gently draw yourself in deeper if you'd like. Inhale, lengthen right up through the crown of the head. Exhale, gently twist. Good, and then we'll slowly unwind. Keep that in the thigh on the chair. We'll step the outer leg back into a lunge position. All right, so you might have to adjust yourself so you can get your hips level. Back knee is pointing down. You're on the back toes. So your back toes are turned under and your back heel is raised. Good. And then from here, feel that stretch here as you take the tailbone down. Lightly lift your lower belly, tailbone down. And then you get this hip flexor working here. Hip flexor, quadricep, big stretch. Keep your front foot flat on the ground so you feel stable. Use the chair for balance. Good. And then we'll reach overhead, stretch it out. Deep breath in and exhale, adding that lateral stretch. Taking a few big breaths here. Good. And then slowly come back up and we'll return back to center. Whew, notice how your body feels. You feel that big time in your quadriceps. I do. Quadriceps and hip flexors. That's a big stretch. So we'll continue with the hips. We'll go ahead and bring one knee in and let's add some hip circles first. So making it as big or as small as you'd like. Use your hand for support. You rotate open. Go a few times open here. That external hip rotation. And then switch directions, internal hip rotation. And then pausing at center, go ahead and place that ankle over thigh, or you could also place the ankle over the other ankle with your knee relaxing open. So whatever feels more at ease for you. Good. So from here, either way, relax your thigh open, feeling a gentle stretch through your outer hip. And then you can stay here or clasp your hands beneath your chair and slowly start to lengthen your torso forward and pause. The first sensation. Breathe into that space. Deep full breaths in and out. So without forcing, without rushing, just practice relaxing. And then slowly come back up. Bring that knee into your chest, and we're go ahead and point and flex that foot. Point and flex. We want to make sure we take care of our feet and ankles. Point and flex. And then release, and we'll repeat on the opposite side, starting with those hip circles. Draw the knee in and circle open and around. You can make this movement smaller, you can make it bigger. Do what works for you today. Every day will be different, and probably from left to right side is going to be different too. So just making space for more ease. And we'll switch directions, adding that internal hip rotation. And then pausing, adding the hip opener. We can place the ankle over the thigh with your foot lightly flexed, or crossing at the ankles with the knee relaxing open, sitting nice and tall. And just let that thigh relax open, or placing the ankle over thigh, foot lightly flexed in line with your knee, relaxing open. Again, you might notice from right to left, one side might be a little tighter. And then here we can add on, if you'd like, clasp the hands beneath the chair. So you can stay here, relaxing open, or to increase this stretch, start to lengthen your torso forward. Now as you lengthen forward, hinge forward from your hip creases. Keep your spine open, spine nice and long, your breathing space open. And breathing wide into that outer hip. You'll feel a stretch in the glute area, the piriformis, the rotators, your thigh muscles here. It's a great stretch for your low back. So if I had to do one stretch every day, I think this one would be it. If it was only for what, because I set the computer a lot, making videos. So this is a great stretch that you can do almost anywhere. And then we'll slowly come up and bring that knee in, adding our little stretch for our feet and ankles. So point and flex. And then go ahead and set that foot to the earth and just notice, how those hips feel. Amazing. We'll do a little hamstring stretch. Go ahead and extend one leg forward, flex through your heel. From here, place your hands to your opposite thigh. Inhale, lengthen. Feel your spine long. And keep that length as you start to fold forward. Flex through your foot. And you'll feel a stretch through your hamstring, calf muscle, foot and ankle, and back. So it's really great stretch for that back body. With each inhale, we lengthen your spine. Try not to round forward. And with each exhale, gently folding. Good, and then we'll slowly come back up. And then repeat on the opposite side. Extend, flex through your heel. Place your hands to the opposite thigh. Keep this leg active, and then we'll slowly begin to fold forward. So make sure you feel stable. So this foot, you can step it out a little bit more if that helps. Whatever feels more stable as you fold forward. And it's a little easier if you come to the edge of your chair, a little closer towards the edge. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. So as you're here, just allow your breath to slow down a little bit more, feeling your breath slow down, your body unwinding here, feeling your mind calm. And then slowly come back up. And set both feet back to center. Place your hands to the seat of your chair or reach back towards the seat of your chair. Inhale, lift through your heart. And exhale, sweep your arms forward and round. Little cat cow. Inhale, lift and open, sweeping your arms back. And exhale, round, sweeping your arms forward. Keep going. Inhaling. Feeling the chest open, shoulders down. Exhale, sweep forward. Rounding your spine, setting the point between your shoulder blades back. Inhale and exhale. Couple more like this. Inhale and exhaling. And just notice how your body's feeling as you move through this stretch. You might be feeling a little easier than when we began. Maybe your breath is a little deeper than when we began. Maybe your mind is feeling more calm. One more inhale here and exhale round. And then return to center. Good. Notice how your body feels. Take a moment to just check in here as we close our practice. Just scanning the body from your feet, feeling them grounded, feeling your ankles, calf muscles, knees, relaxing through your thighs and hips. Feel your breath at the belly soften. Feel your low back, mid back, and upper back. Relaxing. Feeling your heart open. Feeling your shoulders relaxed, your neck and throat. All the tiny muscles in your face relaxed. Your jaw, your forehead smooth. Feel the back of your neck long, right up to the crown of your head. And then go ahead and just take a deep breath in from feet all the way up, right up to the crown of your head. And then from the crown of your head all the way down through your feet. One more. Inhale all the way up. Exhale all the way out. And go ahead and open your eyes if they were closed. And add a little gentle movement, waking your body up. Good. And just take a moment to thank yourself for being here. And I thank you. Hi. Namaste.